This couple's happily ever after almost didn't happen.
I wrote a note. I drove to where I was going to do it, and I was probably like somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds away from taking my own life.
When he was 17, Kevin Walsh says a series of events made him decide he didn't want to live anymore.
You know, there was a girl, she broke up with me, and then I found out there was some other stuff going on,
And your dog.
oh yeah, my dog died like the day of prom, which was a horrible experience. And then, yeah, just kind of like a bunch of, regular life stuff that happened and just kind of like hit me harder than it should have.
But just before he was about to go through with it, he says he got a phone call.
I'm thinking, like, if there's any semblance of an eternity, I really do not want to spend it wondering who was on the other end of that call.
It was a girl named Blake. The two had met in camp years earlier, but lived in different states. They say they hadn't spoken in about a year when this seemingly random phone call took place.
My recollection was that he said, "I'm calling to say goodbye." And I said, "Excuse me? Like, what? Could you explain?" He said, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to commit suicide. So again, we had very different experiences of the same event. And I think it's a true example of a force in the universe intervening and being like, no, 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 no. This does not need to happen, and connecting us.
Even though they have different memories of who placed that initial call, Blake told Kevin she would call him the next day. And he agreed he would be around to take the call. Over the next 10 years, they kept in touch, and their love for each other grew into a relationship. Then Kevin popped the question. They've been married for about a year now, and he says he's happy to spend the rest of his life with the woman who saved it.
Nobody but her, I don't believe, could have spoken a word of reason to me. And there was something about her, just fundamentally, that was just her X factor, that she is just inherent to only her, that I opened up. When she asked what was going on, that I told her what was going on.
For InsideEdition.com, I'm Mara Montalbano.